May 8, 2026. The Pentagon just did something it has never done in the history of the United States. It opened the files. Decades of classified documents, military footage, FBI memos, NASA photographs. All of it released to the public. No security clearance required. And what's inside those files should terrify you. For decades, the United States government maintained a simple position on UFOs. They didn't exist. Anyone who claimed to have seen one was dismissed, ridiculed, in some cases, silenced. But on May 8, 2026, the Department of Defense launched a dedicated government website, war.gov/UFO, and uploaded 162 classified files that have been locked away for decades. The Pentagon called it PURSUE, the Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said in a statement, "These files, hidden behind classifications, have long fueled justified speculation. It's time the American people see them for themselves. And what's inside those files is unlike anything the government has ever publicly acknowledged." The story of government UFO cover-ups begins in 1947. Roswell, New Mexico. An object crashed. The U.S. Air Force initially called it a flying disc. Within 24 hours, they changed their story. Weather balloon. For the next 70 years, the official position never changed. But behind closed doors, something very different was happening. FBI field offices were collecting thousands of eyewitness reports. Military pilots were filing incident reports after encounters with objects that defied the laws of physics. NASA astronauts were reporting strange lights and objects during moon missions. All of it classified. All of it hidden. Now, for the first time, it's in your hands. Let's start with the moon. In 1969, during the Apollo 11 mission, the first time humans walked on the lunar surface, astronaut Buzz Aldrin reported seeing, quote, "little flashes inside the cabin, spaced a couple of minutes apart, while trying to fall asleep." He also described seeing what appeared to be a fairly bright light source that he couldn't explain. During Apollo 12, astronaut Alan Bean reported flashes of light that he described as sailing off into space. And during Apollo 17, a NASA photograph shows 3 dots in a triangular formation above the lunar surface. The Pentagon reviewed this image and said, "There is no consensus about the nature of the anomaly, but preliminary analysis indicates it could be a physical object." Think about that. The most sophisticated space agency in human history, the most controlled, monitored environment imaginable, and they cannot explain what their own astronauts saw and photographed on the moon. But the moon sightings are just the beginning. What was reported over terrestrial soil is far more disturbing. In September 2023, something extraordinary happened in the western United States. Federal law enforcement officers, multiple teams, from multiple locations, independently began reporting strange aerial phenomena over the course of 2 days. What they described, large orange orbs in the sky. And then, those orbs began launching smaller objects, red orbs, ejected in groups of 2 to 4. The Pentagon called this, and I quote, "among the most compelling reports in its possession. Multiple witnesses, multiple vantage points, 2 consecutive days. Orange objects releasing red objects from their bodies. No explanation was given. No aircraft in existence can do what was described. No natural phenomenon produces orange orbs that launch smaller objects on command. No weather event spans 2 days, is witnessed by trained law enforcement professionals from multiple locations, and remains completely unidentified." And this happened not in 1947, not in the Cold War, in 2023. And then there is the encounter that the Pentagon itself described as the most alarming in the entire release. Off the coast of Virginia, 2025, an F-35 pilot, one of the most advanced fighter pilots on the planet, flying one of the most advanced aircraft ever built, filmed a metallic, diamond-shaped object. On thermal imaging, the object performed a 90-degree turn at speeds exceeding Mach 5. No aircraft in human history has ever executed a 90-degree turn at Mach 5. The physics don't allow it. The forces involved would destroy any known material. No human pilot could survive the gravitational load. The Pentagon reviewed the footage. They have no explanation. This is not grainy 1960s Super 8 film. This is 2025. This is an F-35 pilot with military-grade thermal imaging equipment, reporting an object that our most advanced technology cannot replicate or explain. The file is now public. Anyone can see it at war.gov/UFO. Here is where it gets truly unsettling. The Pentagon released 162 files, videos, photographs, memos spanning 70 years. And their official conclusion? No determinations. The press release stated, and this is a direct quote, "Many of the materials have not yet been analyzed for resolution of any anomalies." They released the files, but they have no answers. No explanation for the orange orbs. No explanation for the F-35 encounter. No explanation for what Buzz Aldrin saw on the way to the moon. The former head of the Pentagon's UAP investigation office, Sean Kirkpatrick, said the release will only serve to fuel more speculation. He's right, because without answers, all we have is evidence. And the evidence says something is out there. Something has been out there for decades. Something that our most advanced aircraft cannot catch, our best pilots cannot explain, and our government, even now, cannot identify. May 8th, 2026. The United States government opened the files. 70 years of classified encounters, military pilots, NASA astronauts, federal law enforcement officers, all reporting the same thing: objects in the sky that should not exist. And the official answer, after all this time? We don't know what they are. We don't know where they come from. We don't know what they want. The files are open now. The evidence is public. Anyone can see it. But seeing is not the same as understanding. And whatever is out there, it has been watching us for a very long time. Long before the files were opened. Long before anyone was looking. The link to the official Pentagon UFO files is in the description. See it for yourself. And if this changed how you see the sky tonight, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button.